welcome back to Songbird Budgets. My name is Ellie, and this channel is all about my journey of keeping my money within my means and making sure I don't spend more than I earn, and also paying off a small amount of family debt. This channel is making me accountable for everything and making new friends, which I really appreciate. So today's video is a little bit different again. I'm going to be going through my sinking funds. I'm going to be explaining the changes that I've decided to make with the sinking funds. And then we'll quickly jump onto my computer so that I can show you the breakdown of how I'm working out the sinking funds and dates and things like that. So let's have a look. I'm only going to be going through my annual sinking funds. I apologise for the wobbliness of the camera. This table is not as sturdy as the one that I was on before. Sorry. So I'm only going to be going through the annual sinking funds to begin with, because this is what has changed the most. So what I was doing before was I was trying to save a little bit of money for each of the sinking funds that I had. So I would work out how much the total amount would be. So let's take this car tax for instance. So the car tax, I save £150 a year. It usually costs me 130, but with all the changes in prices and things, I didn't want to mess up, so I decided to do £150. So I'd work out the £150 divided by 12, and then that would be, and then round it up, and that would be the closest amount that I would do. So for the car tax, I said £150, and then dividing it by 12, that actually gives me £12.50 a month that I would have to put into this envelope. Now, I prefer not to work in coins, so I actually take that up to the nearest £5 note. So that would mean £15 a month would go into here. And then going on to the next one, Disney Plus, we now know that's £80 a year. Divided by 12 is £6.67. So I would round that up to £10. So I'd put £10 a month in Disney Plus and £15 in car tax. And then I'd continue on through all of that, and I'd put a little bit in each envelope each month. Now, that was working fine to begin with, and then I started to struggle, as we all are, with the increasing in prices. It's not working that way for me. So now what I've decided to do is to do a snowball effect instead. So if I go to the first one, so my son's birthday is at the end of April. Now, you'll know from the previous videos that I've already completed his sinking fund. So he's got 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90. Now, he should have had 200 in there, but I've already paid £10 out on something that he wanted. So what would happen now is, because this is now full, I would concentrate on the following ones. So just before I explain these folders, what I did was I took everything else, all of them, apart from my son's birthday money, I took all of the other sinking funds money out of the envelopes. And then I worked from the nearest bill forwards. So after my son's birthday, the nearest bill is car service. Now for the car service, I wanted to save £300. I think I was on about £200 in the last video. So what I did was I put £300 in here. So let's just check. 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83. So I've now got £300 in there ready for my car service in June. I think it's mid to end June. And I've just put a note on there that it's complete so that I know. So when that was fully funded, I then moved on to the next one. So my contents insurance is due in September, but I wanted the money ready for August. Now I've only budgeted £70. Usually it's about 55, but hopefully it won't be any more than this. 20, 40, 60, 70. So that's fully funded. And so I've put a complete sticker on there so that I know. So the next one, we go over to breakdown cover. So this is actually due in October. And again, I've done 70 and it's usually about 50 or 60. 20, 40, 60, 70. So that was fully funded as well. So I've put a complete marker on there. And then what was left over went into my daughter's birthday. So we've got 20, 40, 50. So we've got £50 of the 200 that we need for my daughter's birthday by the end of September. None of the others have got anything else in. And what I will do is I'm going to now go onto my computer and I will explain what my procedure is going to be from this point on. So bear with me. Okay, so this is the spreadsheet that I was using before. So this is what I was using to work out when I was spreading the cost over the full 12 months. So as you can see here, car tax, the goal was 150. It was due by the 1st of March. But I wanted it by February to make sure I had it over the space of 12 months. That would be £12.50, but then I rounded it up to £15. So this is what I was using before, and I just didn't find it feasible. I wasn't managing, because if you look at the amounts here, that is a lot of money to actually be trying to save up, and it just wasn't working for me. So what I decided to do was this. I'm going to explain it all in a bit more detail, but if you have any questions, please drop a comment and I will try and explain it either in another video or in the comments themselves. So let's look at the first one. So as we just saw in the sinking fund folder, my daughter's birthday has currently got £50 in there. Now the goal amount is £200, so I need another £150 to fully fund that. Now, looking at the budgets for the next couple of months, I believe I can comfortably put £150 away a month towards these sinking funds. So that is what I'm aiming for at the minute with this idea. So going through it, so my daughter's birthday, as I just said, we have £50 in the sinking fund at the minute, and the goal is £200. So in the April budget, I am going to put the full £150 that I am allocating to sinking funds. I'm going to put the full £150 towards my daughter's birthday. Now that means that that is fully funded then. And then for the March budget, we can then go across to the next bill that's due. Now remember, these are the bills that are due annually, regardless of whether I want them to be due or not. They will come out regardless. So this is what I'm concentrating on with these sinking funds. So in the May budget, the £150 is going to go towards car insurance that's due in November and has a goal of £300. So in May, we're going to put the £150, and in June, we're going to put the £150. And that means that that is then going to be fully funded. And for the July budget, we then move over to the Christmas sinking fund. Now, this is a bit more money. The goal is £500, due in November. So it's going to take us July, August, September, and £50 of the October budget to fully fund Christmas. But that means by mid-October, Christmas is fully funded. The remaining £100 of the October budget will then go towards the car tax, which is due in February. And in November, the £30 to reach the £130 goal will then mean it's fully funded. So because I budget £150, there'd be £30 towards car tax, £80 towards Disney Plus, because that will mean that that is fully funded also, and then the remaining £40 would go towards my son's birthday next March. December, this one is just slightly different. I say that I put aside £150. I didn't see the point in leaving £10 less in this one, so I put £160 towards this one, so that then that means my son's birthday is fully funded. And then as of January, it just continues and snowballs as far as I'm concerned. This to me seems a lot more achievable than the way I was doing it before. And I believe I am less likely to start using the money to fund other things. So like in one of my previous videos, I said that I took the money out of the Christmas fund that I'd already put in there. I'm less likely to do this because these ones are close enough to need the money to stay in there, if that makes sense. But also, if you've noticed, as I'm doing this snowball effect, these sinking funds are actually being filled and completed way ahead of time, which is, as far as I'm concerned, really, really good. So my daughter's birthday sinking fund is due in September, but I'm actually going to have that completed in April. That's 5 months ahead of schedule, which I'm more than happy about, because then I know it's there and I'm going to leave it there because I know I need that money. The car insurance is due in November. It's going to be fully funded by June. Christmas is a bit more money, so it's due in November. It's going to be funded by mid-October. Car tax is due in February, although it's actually the 1st of March. It's going to be ready and completed by November. Disney Plus, again, November, and it's due in March. My son's birthday is going to be completed in December. It's due end of April. So they're all going to be completed ahead of time, and eventually I hope that I can have the money maybe a year in advance even, and then I don't have to worry so much. So the money could then potentially be used like this again. So once I get maybe a year ahead of schedule, I can then go back to these monthly figures and I might be able to do it. It's something to think about. But I'm also hoping that I can use this as a way to increase these other sinking funds as well. So the emergency, the car maintenance, gifts, hair, clothes, days out, school, all this kind of thing. I'm hoping it's going to help. I hope that all makes sense. Like I said, if you've got any questions, just drop a comment and I will see what I can do about answering them. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. Sorry, I'll just put my light on again so you can see. Oops, a bit too bright. So I hope that video made sense. So the plan will be in the next budget to complete my daughter's birthday, and then we will snowball onto the other sinking funds as well. With regard to the other sinking funds, so the emergency, the car maintenance and that kind of thing, I'm going to be taking them on a budget by budget basis. So we're going to see how much money I've got left over, and then we will slot in what we can at the end of the day. So I hope that explained where I'm taking things from now on. If you've got any questions, please put it in the comments. But yeah, that's how I'm hopefully going to be working it from now on. Thank you so much for watching a video of mine. If you liked what you saw, please consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell. And that's it from me. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you soon. Bye.